Alright, budget assassin Dclone build. This is my first Dclone kill on this character, so I'm a little bit nervous. We're going to jump in with Fade as the priority, but Battle Orders gear on. Fade's so much more important to get off than the Battle Orders. I like to cast my traps from the outside before I move in. The number one problem that I've had on this character is not being greedy enough about the rejuves. I'm at half-life and randomly get hit from somewhere and die, so make sure I'm using my rejuves. Most people choose to use lightning with this build. Went fire, it was a lot easier to kill mass minions. Downside of fire, as you can see, is it's hard to see the difference between my fire and Dclone's fire. But with enough practice, you start to... I mean, it's going to get way worse later when the drop rate of the meteors and stuff goes way up. This first wave of minions is like super easy. You actually don't even have to kill them on the outside here. I just make sure I'm not getting hit by them or any of the trap souls. And then I like to re-battle orders, even though there's, I mean, really no point, but I'll find a pillar and rebuff myself. Why is he not moving? Tell me the game didn't crash. All right. And then I'm going to cast on the outside, get 5 traps up, and then just move in. Yeah, if you're in a hurry, you can just kite the skeletons around Dclone in this centerpiece here, and they'll all die that way too. So his first Nova wave is going to come up somewhat soon. I just want to make sure that I have full health when that time comes. There it is. Now with the Nova, I'm an invisible fire right now. That's really annoying. If spirits come, I just tank. Like when I was in that fire, you saw it didn't really kill my health very fast. So you can just tank it. Remember, you can just tank it if you need to, so you don't move into the Nova. You're much more likely to die from the Nova than running out of rejuve pots from tanking one of those. In the description of this video, I'll put a link to, there's a GitHub repository that has a great single player mod where you can practice. It has all the gear in there and everything like that, so you can practice your Dclone runs. So I've been able to do this in single player a lot of times to feel comfortable with it. Also, you can just theory test out a lot of different really fun builds, which is great. So when this spot comes, archers are going to DPS you the hardest, and this character does not have a lot of fast hit recovery. I like to find a safe spot on the map, say like up here where I'm only in range of maybe 2 archers. Anyways, I find my favorite part in the map, and I go back and forth between here and there where I'm getting hit the least amount from archers, and I try and target the archers first. Wow, that one's beefy. Kind of going through a few more rejuves than I would like here. Clear out any extra archers. There's one hiding behind a pillar there. That's annoying. Okay. And we're back in. As the run continues, the trap souls cast more and more stuff. At least it sure feels like it. So the ground gets a little chaotic. Definitely, if you need to clear it out, just, you know, chill in a corner for a little bit. And keep an eye out for invisible fire. It's been known to happen here on occasion. Want to make sure your belt is pretty full going into wave 3 of minions. See, right now I'm on invisible fire, and I'm just tanking it to make sure that those waves are through. Really only use like 1 extra rejuve. Whoa, almost died there. I did not know that reached that far. So that corner measures out differently than this corner. This map is not a perfect square, I guess, because his lightning cannot hit me in the other corner. Anyways, as I was saying, I like to get my belt relatively full. Jesus, lightning is ripping me up. Okay, because fade came off. Wow, that's the first time that's happened to me. I have to do a little mental reset here. Yeah, make sure fade doesn't come off. I normally cast fade with BO, but this time I've just been trying to be fast, and well, hopefully we won't run out of rejuves. I usually end the run with a belt full of rejuves, which is 16 extra. So we should be fine. Like I said, I'm trying to be less greedy with the rejuves, use them a lot more. That hit me hard, whatever that was. I'd say I'm about 5 rejuves behind schedule here. Okay, so same goes with the careful of corners and tight spots, but same goes with the wave 3. Do not be afraid to burn rejuves. See how many range guys there are here, though? I'm just going to try and get back down to here where there's a little bit less. Also, obviously, moving helps you dodge arrows. Managed to frag a couple down here, so this is my safe corner. I have to just keep telling myself to be more greedy with rejuves because I seriously want to save them. But it's not worth it. Risk dying. I've never, on this character, I have never lost a run from running out of rejuves. I've only lost runs from randomly being low life, not wanting to use rejuves, and then getting slammed by some weird thing and a trap soul hits me at the same time or something. Alright. So now we have to look out for one more Nova wave, and then we go for the kill. We just need to try and... What do we got? About 24 rejuves left. Need to make them last. I'm going to be ultra cautious here, and if the ground gets really messy, full of fire, I'm just going to wait in a corner. There's the wave. So this one's gonna hit me. I'm already on invisible fire. That's great. If anybody's watching this and hasn't even practiced this, you can only do damage to Dclone while your character is inside this square of pillars. If you're outside this square of pillars, he has a little aura that basically makes him invincible. So in the beginning, I was always trying to stay in it, but as I practiced a little bit more, I realized that there's not a huge deficit to going outside it here and there. See what I was talking about the ground being messy? There's just fire everywhere. It's a huge damage to me, so sometimes it's worth it to just run around and wait for it to go away. So at this point, the wave has gone through. I just gotta be careful on my micro, not run out of pots, and kill him. When I really get into the rhythm, I just kind of cast twice and play the corners. That hurt. Oh, damn. They're not, I don't know if they're, I guess they are meteors, and they have a little bit of a stun. And then so if you get that to happen while you're standing on a clump of fire, it just really sucks. Got hit by invisible fire again there. Come on, Dclone. Almost there. Got him. Now just don't die to these little wispy thingies. They're gonna make me run around like a goof. Give me the damn charm. Alright, and we're out. Alright, so let's go over the gear real quick. I did use an Annie for this. If you're going on a budget, you don't have to use an Annie for this. It's absolutely not required, but I had one, so borrowed it from a friend. It's a mineral Annie, so gear for this, the assassin is just the perfect character in my opinion for this to do on a budget because you need max resistances. So let's go over the resistances. 95, 92, 92, 93. Poison is not really as important at all. If you can get the cold up, that's where you want to focus on getting the cold up. So the cheapest way to get to plus to max resist is using a good guardian angel. So this one's plus 5, 6, 6, 5. Don't worry about the socket. I'll talk about that later. Aratha's set. It's going to be plus 5 to everything. And then rather than going hot spur, the Inferno Stride boots plus 5, that gets you to your 90, that gets you to 95 fire. So the Aratha's set, you want to get corrupts. I mean, you guys all already know what good corrupts are, but what I was going for is basically just quick and cheap, just plus to reses corrupts. So this one's plus to, this was a socket, plus to cold, plus to whatever. Oh, and then also to get other max res, we're doing Nature's Peace. So we have a Nature's Peace right here and a Nature's Peace right here. Try and get them perfect. Now, this character right now doesn't have Cannot Be Frozen. So what I would try and get is on one of the Aratha's pieces, you want to get a Cannot Be Frozen corrupt. If not, you could try and get it on the ring or the boots, but it's just going to get a lot more expensive. These boots happen to have plus to max poison resist. I got them for very, very cheap though on the trading site. So it's not that crazy. So if you can't get plus to resist, or if you cannot get Cannot Be Frozen, you got to put a Cham in something. So you can put it in your helm or your armor or whatever. You don't have to have it, but it's going to make your character a lot more safe to play. So for the weps, I'm using two. You got to use two claws, two blades for the block. But Fire Lizard's Talons, the negative you're going to see inside there, it's got what, negative 14% to enemy fire resist. Does not work with traps. Really important to know. I only have the facets in here for plus to fire skill damage. So getting a 2-socket one of these should be pretty cheap. It's just get a bad corrupted 2-socket one that has, make sure you have the +3 to fire skills. The martial arts skills don't help you at all. And then get cheap facets that are bad rolls. So like a 3-5 facet or 3-5 facet. So bad negative enemy fire resist, but good to fire skill damage. Put 2 in there, 2 in there, and then I threw 1 in my crown just because I had the room. They're very cheap when they're a bad roll with the fire damage. Now you really don't need that. My damage is about 2,900 without any of the facets, which are by far the most expensive part of this build, and that would just kill a little bit slower. But you saw we did have, well, we only had 3 rejuves left because I was being I was using them a lot. But 2,900 damage is completely fine to do on this character as well. So make sure that you just get enough strength and dex to wear your gear. So 118 is for Guardian Angel, 113 it is for that. Dump the rest into Vitality, nothing into Energy. Skill tree, we're using Wake of Fire, so it's bang, bang, bang. And then weapon block. So you really need maxed out weapon block, because in wave 2 and wave 3 of the minions, they're obviously shooting ranged at you, and you want to dodge as much of this as possible. Also, when Dclone does his Nova, you have a chance to weapon block that as well, which is sweet when that happens because it saves you a full rejuve potion. Everything else goes into Fade, and once you cast Fade, you should look around like this, and then once you cast your Fade, you'll be at max. Even without the Annie, pretend I didn't have that. My life is 1,400, which is decent. With battle orders, it gets up to 1,500, which is enough. And then if you just had one of these charms be cold and one be lightning plus life, you're good to go there. You need less than 10 to max both of these out. Or get a better torch. I have 1,000,000 torches and I have a totally crap torch on here. I was just getting some vitality. So yeah, if you have a +20 torch also, that just gets you there right there. These are all traps. So I think that's like +9 in traps. And then these are all life, except this is a life lightning res. These you can get for a couple world stone shards, sometimes 1, and you can get a lot better ones than these. So very, very budget gear. I'd say like 1.5 high rune or less to get this whole character geared out and be able to clear Dclone. It's the cheapest, budgetest build I've seen yet to kill Dclone, and you could see I was not in very much danger there at all. So pretty great build. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. I forgot to ID while I was recording, but I got a GG roll on the Annie. That is going to be worth a lot of currency right now. I'm going to keep it though, but that's the Annie that we got out of this one. GG guys.